Hi, teacher. The topic about that are going to present is related to eating disorders. My team is presented by Juan Manuel Cobel Santiago, your service, Heriberto Cruz Pérez, Levi Domínguez Trujillo, Jessica Fernanda Juárez Estrada, Gabriela Pérez Vázquez. Then my partner is the following topic.
Hi, my name is Heriberto Cruz Perez, and my topic is vegan eating disorder. Next, please. Firstly, a person suffering from this disorder is executive and has no limits. Besides, it is reckless, be eating quickly and eating more than what was already planned. Next, please. For example, after overthink, they might feel emotions, show is goal and injure or shame. However, the person does not attempt to compensate for the behavior with exercise and other activities. Mm, For this reason, they do this activity once a week. In general, the person can be normal weight, obese, or overweight. They, my parent, will present the following topic. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica Fernanda Juárez Estrada. I'm going to talk about abundant or restrictive food intake disorder, known as RFID. What is RFID? RFID is an eating disorder characterized by a persistent failure to meet appropriate nutritional and/or energy needs. This eating disorder can have serious problems or consequences in the body, um, and even becoming anorexia. And this disorder is associated with psychiatric disorders, for example, anxiety and obsessive compulsive disorder. This condition isn't a singular cause. The people may experience the next symptoms: lack of interest in food, fear-based food restriction, limiting food intake, and inflexible food behaviors. There are different types of RFID, for example, abundant, aversive, restrictive, and the adult RFID. The first one is abundant. Individuals simply avoid certain types of food in relation to sensory features. For example, if the person touch a vegetable, soft food, or fruits with a different texture, color, smell, or appearance, it can make the person avoid this food. The next one is the aversive, and this evokes fear to choking, nausea, vomiting, pain, and swallowing. And this forces to the person to avoid this type of food. The next one is restrictive, and restrictive outfit can make one forget to eat altogether. This happens with kids when they are in the mealtime. They get distracted with everything, but they forget to eat their food. And finally, the adult outfit. The symptoms can be very similar to the symptoms that they experienced when they were in the adolescence. And This type of RFID, the person tried to be very selective or extremely picky with the food, mainly the texture, the color, the taste, or the smell. And finally, if you need help, you must get a comprehensive assessment to determine the type of eating disorder and other core issues. You should to ask for help if it's the best option for you. And later you will need a medical attention, especially psychiatric stabilization, nutritional rehabilitation, and weight restoration when this is appropriate for you. So good luck and let's see the next topic.
Okay. My topic is about to the bulimia nervous. What is bulimia nervous? Is a neurotic disorder, the character by periods of compulsive eating, uh, followed with periods of the will discomfort, serious and potentially fatal eating disorder prevention frequent in adults and already affects more than 2% of adolescents between 14 and 18 years age. Uh, However, that weight provocation of vomiting usually seen in young women and probability to men. Um, no one severity is the bulimia is treated by the number of times a week you purge, usually at the last once week for the last 3 months. Um, 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 the symptoms, worry is about to shape and waiting, living in a fear or waiting way, repeat episodes of eating excessive amounts of food at one time, forcing vomiting and exercising too much to keep from waiting, wake after binge, fasting, restricting calories, or avoid to certain foods between binges, and using excessive dietary supplements of herbal or to the herbalife products to use weight. Is not correct, but there's a quality the more grabs. Um, More factors influence development of eating disorders, well, including genetics, biology, and emotional health, and social expectation, and more. Mm, the preventions or conceptions to the need for use is the cycle of a panic and then forget must to stop it and knows it and instead to promote and reinforce to healthy body image for your children regardless of size shape and enjoy to the family meals to regular basis and don't talk about weight at home and instead focus on having a healthy life um, well, I think or I would recommend that if you have one these symptoms, you go to the doctor or pharmacist to avoid developing more symptoms. Pay partner will follow in presentation to the topic.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Andrea Perez Vasquez. I'm going to talk about rumination syndrome. Next, please. Firstly, rumination syndrome is an uncommon gastrointestinal functional disorder that may be difficult to diagnose. Also, this disorder can be diagnosed at any age, but is particularly more frequent in individuals who also have intellectual disability. Although rumination syndrome is considered a vulnerability factor for depression, research suggests that it is also associated with anxiety disorders and eating behaviors. If gender is taken into account, women have 2 times more likely than men to have a depressive disorder. However, rumination usually happens every day, shortly after eating, and left untreated, rumination syndrome can cause damage to the tube between your mouth and the stomach. Now let's see the following topic.
Hi, my name is Levi Dominguez Trujillo, and I'm going to talk about anorexia. Next, please. Well, anorexia is an eating disorder characterized by relentless effort to lose weight and disordered perception of body image, an intense fear of becoming obese, and the restriction of food consumption, which leads to a significantly low body weight. Next. People with anorexia restrict the amount of food they eat, despite continued weight loss, are very preoccupied with all aspects of eating, and may deny that they have any problems. Patients try to suppress their desire to eat, and instead of aversion to food, an interest in food is often observed, which manifests itself in the purchase of cookbooks, the arrangement of the table, the dishes, the food. Cases have been described of patients who prepare a large meal for the family, but who don't try it themselves. Next, please. And now I'm going to talk about some physical symptoms, and these are insomnia, fine or brittle air or air loss, absence of menstruation, constipation, and abdominal pain. Next. Here are some of the emotional and behavioral things and symptoms. Is preoccupation with food, which sometimes includes cooking elaborate meals for others, but no eating them. This is all. We hope that this information is of your help, and good morning.